Hey now. Here we go. A little slick with the leaves. It is February. Oh yeah, definitely slick. May have to let some air out of the tires. Oh yeah, I'm sliding all over the place here. Pine straw. Already out of breath, not good. Doesn't help that I did a leg workout yesterday at the gym. We gotta have an excuse, right? This is one of my home trails, Herb Parsons Lake. It's a real popular trail here in Memphis. It's a good workout. Not a lot of elevation, not a lot of technical stuff. Just a good place to come get a good workout. So the bike I'm on is my bike I purchased back in October at Outer Bike in Moab. It's the Evil Wreckoning. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is to kind of reach out to those who are on the fence about this bike. We all know what it does going downhill. There's all kind of forums and even Bike Magazine has their review out of it, where everybody talks about going downhill. But I wanted to bring a different twist to this review. I want to reach out to those who wonder if this bike is okay. I should have done that. Wait, I'm gonna do that. As I was saying, is this bike okay for just relatively tame trails like this one? Can you have fun on it? Is it playful enough? Am I going to have enough speed to get over these logs? Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, okay. So, and I'll be coming back here in a little bit and give you a post-ride review. As you can tell, I'm out of breath. So I'm just going to shut up and ride now and let you kind of see on some tame trails here in Memphis how this bike performs. Going uphill now, this bike climbs so good. I've ridden so many bikes this last year, trying to decide on one. And this bike is 30.4 pounds. But it climbs better than some of the bikes I've ridden in the 27-pound range. I'll be posting up more footage on the Moab trip where I got to ride a bunch of different bikes, and I can tell you this one climbed better than all of them. Usually take these corners a little faster, but it's real slick with these pine needles and leaves in February. Spike corners really well. I think I missed my turn. Okay, I gotta try that. I just can't turn down stuff in the woods like this. I don't know about you guys, but when I see stuff like this, I just gotta try it. I don't know, that's kind of rotten looking, but why not? Okay, no good. Yep, it's rotten. Nah, log is just too rotten. Well, hey. So my bike that I rode out here before this was a Giant Anthem, my first bike, and I loved it. 100 millimeters of travel, front and back. But I can tell you this, I love this bike, riding even out here so much more. I really believe I'm faster on this bike than I am my old Giant Anthem. This one's just really snappy. Excuse me. Hello. And to think I walked that the very first time I rode out here. Now it's so easy. So I just got finished with my ride on the Evil Wreckoning here at Herb Parsons Lake, Collierville, Tennessee. And as always, I had a blast on this bike. It always seems to be a reoccurring theme with all Evil bikes. It leaves a big smile on your face when you're done. But I wanted to do this video to answer the question about the Evil Wreckoning. Can it be a bike for everyday type trails? XC more specifically. For those of you guys out there like myself that may want a bike that has the versatility of being able to come ride somewhere like this, or maybe even load it up and go somewhere that has a lot of downhill technical stuff. I think the term we've heard more than anything is the one quiver bike. And can this bike be that? So this is a 10-mile lap around this lake, and it's nothing technical. It's a good workout. A lot of stopping and starting and twisting turns, and so it's a really good trail to put this bike to the test and answer that question. Because the thing we've heard about this bike mostly is it needs to be up to speed for it to come to life, and that's true. But there's also another side to it, so we'll get to that. Let me back up and just tell you how I got my bike. I spent the whole last year demoing bikes all over the place, all the way up in Vermont at NIMBAfest, and Atlanta, Nashville, Knoxville. So I ended up, my last stop last year was Outer Bike in Moab in October, and there was no demo for these bikes there, but I got lucky because this particular bike was owned by a vendor there. His name was Ben from Y Cycles. Those are some great guys. Check out ycycles.com. But anyway, he was gracious enough to let me take his bike out, and I'd already ridden a few of the other 29er, such Intense Primer. And as soon as I got this bike out, I just knew right away that it was in a class of its own, the way it was climbing. The way it went over those square edge hits, and bike just climbed so well. Is it a big bike? Yes. Is it a heavy bike? Yes. Does it ride like that? No. It's my bike is 30 pounds 4 ounces, and I rode several that were 27-pound range, and I thought this bike climbed better and accelerated better than a lot of those bikes that I rode there. So long story short, I made a deal with the guy and was able to go out on that Saturday on the shuttle to Magnificent 7. And wow, I mean, I've never really really ridden any type of terrain like that, and I found myself just flying down this stuff. And I was thinking the whole time, I shouldn't be going this fast. But and then I thought, well, am I just getting that good? Or then I thought, no, it's got to be the bike. So and it was, this bike made up for a lot of mistakes, and that's what you're going to hear when you go read the forums and hear the video reviews of this bike. So yeah, so the question is, can it be an everyday bike? Well, yes, I think yes. I find that the Wreckoning has a playful element about it. When I ride the bike, it just makes me want to pop wheelies or even try the manuals. And when I'm out there on the trail, it just also, you see roots and rocks or anything on the trail, it makes you want to pop off of it. And that's just hard to imagine. And a 30-pound bike, a long bike, could maintain that type of element of playfulness. But it does. It's one of those things that you can't explain. It's just evil has found a way to come up with a geometry on a bike that just works, and everybody kind of scratches their head going, okay, how's this working? But trust me, it does. So a couple of things I'd want to show you on the bike that before I mentioned in the video, that it corners real well, and it does. But part of that on this particular bike is due to the fact that I have a dual chamber RockShox pike fork, and it easily flipped the lever here, and as you can see, it goes from 130 to 160, and obviously click it back and give it a good shove, and it goes back to the 130 range. And for out here, that is perfect. So if you're somebody out there thinking about this bike as a one do-it-all type of bike, I would highly recommend going with a dual fork like that, because I went back and forth out here today between 160 and 130, and 160 felt a little sluggish, and especially all the little tight turns and everything. And so yeah, the 130 would definitely be, it just makes the bike experience ride so much better somewhere like this. So my goal was to maybe help somebody out there who's thinking about this bike but not sure if it could be a bike that they could do downhill or take it out for a ride on a regular trail like this, an all-day type bike. Yes, it can. So for me, it is anyway. So I do a lot of traveling, and I like to go. I got a lot of plans this year to go to do some real technical stuff. Windrock Bike Park near the Knoxville area is on my radar, and that looks like a lot of going to need every bit of this bike for that trail. So some other places in mind too. So that's what I wanted, is to find that bike that I could come out here and have fun, or load it up, take it, do some gnarlier trails like Windrock. So I hope something I said today helps somebody out there make a decision about this bike. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching, and get out there and ride.